This is the time of the great cleansing, the purification, the great purge, the time of consciousness dissolving into chaos, then emerging into clarity and peace. The cycle of being separate is closing. We stand at the threshold of a new dawning. Something deep within life is changing. An era is ending. And at the very core of creation, something new is being born. It will be both personal and collective. An echo. The great cycle of separation is at an end. A new man will be born, one capable of moving between worlds and through dimensions. A man who seeks truth, and when he finds it, he is capable of comprehending the vastness of what he gazes upon. A new man will be born, a man emerging into one light, one experience for all fractal expressions of consciousness, one witness of all the momentous and the mundane. No longer I or me. We are one. Now we are one. For all. For all. Now we are one. For all.
Before we begin the story, I gotta tell you a little story. Now imagine, if you could, a densely grown forest, endless in every direction. In the middle was a field, beautiful and emerald green, so green you would swear you were standing on jaded stone, if not for how soft the grass was beneath your feet. It was no Eden, for it was not a garden, but to the people that called it home, it was just as divine. Among these people was a man, his name forgotten to time. Still, this man had every reason to stay. His mind would wander away. One night, sleepless as he was, he saw something very, very strange. Shadow manifest out of nowhere, and as he moved closer, every instinct was screaming at him, telling him, don't go. But to find the unfindable, to know the unknown. For one moment, he looked back at his reasons to stay as they slept, as she slept. And with a deep breath, he would step forward, accepting that his heart would be left behind him.
There's a glitch in the system. If you blink when he did his thing, then you missed him. Rebel King, a handful of rigs, you can kiss them. R.I.P. till you succeed if you diss him. There's a glitch in the system. Microchip tricks, fake flips of the friction. 37 minutes, it can crash in the instant. You won't make a dent, so you won't make a difference. Pray change gon' come. Of course I bear arms, I'm the new Shogun. Crack a nigga head like it was a cold one. Leave the screen pitch black like the sky with no sun. Fuck paying dues, now I think I'm owed some. And fuck a percentage, man, now I need the whole sum. Always keep a bitch, that be down the whole sum. Got me grabbing on her ass like, mommy, let me hold some. Dancing with the devil, well, it can be so fun. Hitting every rhythm, gonna leave your toes numb. Xbox spot, only G's, no. Digging through the treasure, got me with these gold thumbs. I'm a beast, I'm a dog, I'm a god. You was riding waves, I was sucking like a rat. You was looking for me, then I popped up right behind you.
Taped patient interview. The date is January 24th, 2024. Subject, John Doe. Approximately 6 months ago, the patient was admitted to this facility after being found disheveled and confused. The patient seemed to be in the thralls of a paranoid delusion, constantly repeating a set of numbers, 148, 841, ramblings about dimensions, and a threat from something called dark water. These delusions, among other examples, display a wide spectrum of psychological and behavioral disorders, and for a long time, the patient seemed swallowed by the severity of his condition. However, I'm pleased to report a positive turnaround for the subject. Over the last few weeks, the patient has been attending group meetings, participating in group activities, socializing, even allowing the possibility that his delusions and paranoia may be separated from reality. In fact, I'm pleased to hear that as of today, the patient has chosen a name by which he'd like to be addressed, though he still finds it difficult to recall his past. This leaves me very optimistic. Choosing a name shows a want as well as a willingness to be a part of reality, rather than standing apart. Should the patient continue on this path, away from these storm clouds, accepting normality's limitations, I believe one day we can place him back in.
Sorry, doctor, but you have a patient waiting to see you.
Of course. Yes, please let him in. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Hope you weren't waiting long.
No worries, Doc. Just got here. So, what we doing?
Just recording today's session helps me keep track of our progress.
Anything you need this one to do?
Yes, if you don't mind, please have a seat there.
What, right here?
Yes, that should be good. I'll just get this camera ready, and we'll get started. All right then. First things first. To the best of your recollection, is this the first time you've been on camera?
Yeah, first time. This one will explain as best as this one can. At least this one will try. It's not something you can find in a book. You can't find it on a map. This one's seeker crossed oceans of time to find it. The self that was known and all of its probabilities, infinite in their numbers, were sacrificed to see. No, to be seen. To be recognized by truth as truth.
And so it was. Gazing upon infinity, this one came to be. No longer I or me. Now we are one. This one. For all.
Now I understand you have a new name. Would you mind stating it for this recording?
Sure. Archimedes.
But yours can call this one Archie, if you'd like, Doc.
Archie? I like it. May I ask?
It's complicated.
Oh? Well, I'm pretty smart. Maybe I would understand. With your help, Archie.
Well, to be honest with you, Doc, it's because of this.
I see. You do remember what we've talked about, yes?
Yeah, Doc, of course. This one knows it's not. This one knows.
I'd like to discuss that further at some point, my friend, but why don't we move on for now? I'm happy you found a name. I have to say, I'm very impressed with your progress lately.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today, my friend? How are the nightmares? I'm told you're still screaming at night.
They come and go.
Could you tell me about them?
If this one has to. It starts with the sound of a heavy rain. Then There's a window. As this one moves closer, we hear them.
What do you hear?
The whispers.
Found you! Find you! We will find you! Find you! Find you! Find you! Find you!
What happens after that?
Dark